You don't understand how many people that is. I'm sorry, you don't. Your brain genuinely does not understand how much 500,000 is.
It's
half
not
a million
that much,
people.
Bro.
That's more than the entire United States. You know that, right?
What?
By a lot. Alright, welcome back.
Welcome back, baby. Let's
to
get it.
Another episode. Episode 3.
Episode 3. So nothing's ever black and white.
Oh, you just put the BMW now.
Yeah, I did.
BMW.
I didn't feel like...
They know now?
Yeah, they know. They should know. It's on the title. It's on everything.
I love it.
And the ball. All right, listen. You ready? You're backed into a corner, right?
Wait. Okay. Wait. No, wait. Yeah.
You are backed into a corner, right? In a single file line, there are an infinite amount of fourth graders, all right? They're like 9 years old, 10 years old. Wait. How many do you think you can take backed into a corner like this before you die?
How much room do I get in the corner?
You just get like
arms width? Like is my back?
Yeah, like your wingspan. You get your wingspan.
Okay.
You get a wingspan. You get a little bit of space. How many?
That's not very much room.
How many?
I can't run. I have to.
How many? You gotta fight them all.
Fourth graders are big. Some fourth graders get big.
Stop.
Is it guys and girls?
Yeah.
Is it 50-50?
Yeah.
Same amount of guys as girls?
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the
2021,
girls.
bro. Yeah.
You've seen big fourth graders before, right? Like on TikTok? Like them fourth graders that are like 200 pounds?
Bro. No.
No, they exist.
How many pounds?
Like 200.
Stop. I've never seen a fourth grader that weighs as much as me.
Do you take
a 9-year-old?
And then once they're dead, the next one comes at you?
And they're just like...
Is it a mob or do they take turns?
They take turns.
Oh. So it's just whether or not I'm going to get tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They take turns. So once you knock one out, the next one's coming, bro. How many you taking?
By the way, they exist. Like, there's
what
big
exists?
fourth graders. Like 200, 200
Nobody
pounds.
I fight's making it to the 5th grade.
Us can take. Well, you can't take an
There's
infinite
an infinite amount, bro.
And they're not going to stop.
Austin, how many you actually taking?
I can take a couple hundred, bro.
How many?
Are we fighting to the death?
No, you're just knocking them out.
We're just knocking them out?
Yes.
1,000.
1,000? How many you taking?
You're going to get tired.
Not me. Go ahead.
You're not.
No, how many, bro? Give me a number.
Bro, okay, well, when are they going to stop? Do I have to be dead?
They're not going to stop until they knock you out.
But it's just one at a time? I don't think a fourth grader could knock me out.
They can stomp on you and knock you out, bro.
Like, if I'm so exhausted that I'm laying down there stomping.
All right, F it, bro. It's a mob. It's a mob, bro. There's an infinite amount of fourth graders.
50 square feet.
You cannot run away. How many you taking? You got to knock them out. How many you taking before they take you down?
What do you mean by take me down?
Like, knock you out. Like, take you down.
God, that's hard. But 50 square feet, I can move quick.
So how many?
Like 500.
500, Austin?
That's a good number.
500?
Yeah.
500,000.
Stop.
500,000.
And we're done talking about that.
No, my kicks, bro. My kicks are exquisite,
You
bro.
think
How many
fourth
feet
graders?
you got?
What do you mean?
How many feet do you have on your body?
I got 2 feet.
6.
How many people?
What?
Fourth
Wait.
graders. Oh. How many fourth graders are running at you?
An infinite amount. I'm taking 500,000. I'm taking 500,000.
Yeah, you're not. That's okay.
I am judo kicking them. Joe Rogan back kicking them in the snout, bro.
Yeah, you think fourth graders are this big. You don't actually know how big
Dude,
fourth
they're
graders
probably
are.
like 4'8", maybe 4 foot. I wouldn't even say that, bro.
5 feet and a half an inch is the average size for a boy.
Yeah, I'm wiping
And
them.
I'm 5'8".
And
so
I'm
like
yeah, no,
5'9",
I'm
so like
wiping them.
They're like the average size is this tall. So some are going to be little, but some are going to be like this tall. Some are going to be almost eye to eye to me. And what do you mean? It's the average. That means there's some that's shorter and some that's taller.
If you find a 5 foot, how tall are you?
5'9".
If you find a 5'9" fourth grader running at you, I'm giving you permission to run. I'm giving you permission. No, I'm giving you
You
permission
know
to
there's
run, bro.
fourth graders taller than me, right? There's fourth graders
No,
taller than you.
no, bro. You don't hit puberty back then.
Stop.
That's 9, 10, bro. 9 years old, 10 years old, bro.
Meet the world's tallest 5-year-old boy, 5'7". 5 years old.
No. No. A 5-year-old that's 5'7". Stefan, look at me.
You're acting like people aren't anomalies. You're acting like that's not a thing. And you said 500,000 people. You're gonna get a couple 5-foot kids. You're gonna get a
No,
couple
I'm not.
5'5" kids. Yes, you are.
Even if I did,
Yes,
I'm
you are.
still taking 500,000 kids to the ground.
Yeah,
bro.
it's not like they're super strong or anything.
Yeah, no.
500,000.
They're lightweights.
I don't think you can comprehend that much.
I
kid.
can, bro. It's not just my foot. I got my feet, both my kneecaps, my elbows, my fists, my head.
How much are we saying each kid like averages in weight?
100 pounds?
Maybe less.
Yeah.
Okay. How many kids do you think could grab you at one time? You got 2 kids on your you
They
you
can't
go
grab me,
kick.
bro. Their hands are
punch,
too small,
kick,
bro.
Punch. What do you mean?
They can't grab my bicep. They can't grab my arms.
They're not doing that. They're grabbing you. What do you mean?
Oh.
They're trying to bring you down, bro. They're trying to knock you out. They're trying to tackle you.
I can literally
There's gonna be-
grab
there's
their,
gonna be
I
4
can
on
grab
your
their
back.
neck. If they're bear hugging me, I'll grab their neck and I'll literally pick them up.
Yeah,
bro.
but that's while
Pissed.
100 other kids are grabbing you.
I'm kicking them. They're not even
500,000?
touching me though. They
Your
will
brain
not touch
doesn't
me.
comprehend
I don't think you
how
understand how
big
fast I am.
I don't think you understand. You can't run. There's 500,000 around you. You
I
said
can juke.
500,000.
I can juke.
Where are you juking to? There's 500,000.
Dude, I can juke, bro.
We gave each other 50 square feet.
Yes.
There isn't a foot.
If
There
you
isn't-
give-
there isn't this much room without a kid standing in it. Anywhere. There's no field. You can't see grass. Only kids. 500,000 on a mob. There is nowhere to run. You have to be actually stepping on top of them, like they are the floor, and
But
you're not doing
I
it.
can do it though.
No, you can't. You're gonna roll your ankle so hard, bro.
I'm gonna what?
Roll your ankle.
No, I've
If
never
you're
rolled my
stepping on
ankle one
top of-
time. I've never rolled my ankle one time, bro.
You said
No.
you actually just said those.
I
words.
promise, bro. Ask my parents.
You don't understand how many people that is. I'm sorry, you don't. Your brain genuinely does not understand how much 500,000 is.
It's
Half a
not that
million
much,
people.
bro.
That's more than the entire United States. You know that, right?
What?
By a lot. Wait, 500,000 or 500 million?
500,000, bro.
Oh, that's more than all of Missouri.
No,
Yes, it is.
no.
Okay.
St. Louis alone has almost 1 million.
No, it doesn't.
St. Louis and St. Louis County, yes, almost 1 million.
Oh, St. Louis County? Hang on.
Kansas City almost has 1 million.
Is
yeah, you're
Missouri
tripping,
3
bro.
million?
It's probably 3 million.
Okay, wait.
Because Springfield has 160,000, and that's like the third smallest.
Missouri
third biggest.
population 6 million.
Yeah,
Okay. Still.
I
You
can
still
I
aren't
can take them,
comprehending
bro.
it.
I don't think you understand. Like they can beat me down, but it's like Black Panther. Like I just absorb it like this. It goes like this. I'm absorbing, bro. Don't look at me like this, bro.
I'm
Stop.
just listening to your episode.
Okay, I'm absorbing it. They're beating me. I'm taking it, and I'm down, hunched over, and they're beating on me, and that takes out at least 250,000 of them. Minimum.
What?
Minimum. My aura, my energy, exerting, that's enough to knock them out, bro. At least half of them. At least. Minimum. Half.
All right, deep questions. Do you think the image you have of yourself matches the image people see you as?
Not even close.
Why?
Not even close, bro.
Why?
Repeat it, bro.
Do you think the image you have of yourself matches the image other people have of you? Do you see yourself the same way other people see you?
No.
Why? Because I don't think there's a single person in the world that would say yes, honestly.
Yes. Okay. Because everyone just lacks the knowledge
Of yourself?
of me.
Yeah.
Everyone has a different point of view because we've had different encounters, or you've seen me whether it be like walking around or on social media or on this podcast or we grew up together. Like I'm changing all the time. I'm growing up. I'm messing up. I'm failing. I'm succeeding. I'm happy. I'm depressed. I'm just different stages of life all the time. And I feel like when someone knows me, even for like a year, they don't even know 1% of like who I actually am.
Yeah.
And I've been through everything except for maybe birth to like 2.5 years. Yeah.
Take like the person that's closest to you in your entire life. What
Yeah.
percent do you think that they know you?
I don't want to name names, but there was someone I was very close to.
Was?
Yes.
Not anymore?
Not anymore. And I told them a lot.
Yeah.
And they maybe knew 15%, maybe 10%.
Dang.
I'm pushing at 15, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Cause like
And 100% being you, like your perspective.
yeah,
Your image.
Yes.
How much
Yeah.
you know is 100%. They know
Yes.
15% of what you know.
Yes.
So I think I'm on the same track as you, but like knowing isn't what you remember, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Knowing is like you know yourself without
I
having
know,
to
yeah.
remember like things.
Yeah.
Like I can't recall everything I know about myself.
Yeah.
Right?
And what's crazy is too, like everybody's perspective or perception of me is completely different.
Every single person is different. Yeah.
The way you view me is different than
Right.
the way Austin views me.
Right.
The way my mom views me is different than the way my dad views me. The way I view myself is different than the way God views me. So it's like every single person views me in a different way and thinks of me in a different way. So it's like the real question is like, who is the real me? That's the real question. Is it no. Is it everyone's perception of me, including God and myself? Is it all perceptions combined? Is that the real me? Or is it just my perception? Or is it just God's perception? Or like, is it just people closest to me's perception? What's the real me?
But none of them are wrong. Because they're not.
Probably are.
Well, they're not like necessarily saying who you are. They're just perspectives of who you are.
Yeah.
That doesn't have the ability to be right or wrong, I feel like. It just is.
But what
You know
if
what
it's
I
like
mean?
a rumor? Like if someone spread a rumor about me and someone else believed that person.
Even now
though
they have a different perspective of
they
you.
have a different perspective.
It's
of me.
still
That's
just
not true though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess God's perspective is the only right perspective because you don't even have the like fully accurate perspective of yourself because like
Yeah. That's why everyone's trying to find themselves, still trying to
All
figure
the
themselves
time.
out. Like, I know myself way more than everyone else does, and that's why, in my opinion, I don't care what people think.
yeah.
Like I really don't.
Yeah.
Like, of course, I have like loved ones and close friends, and I care what they think to an extent.
Right.
They can say whatever they
Well,
want, but
yeah.
like I've gotten to the mindset where like it'll only affect me so much. Like I will not let
Yeah.
what someone else thinks of me, even though they know 1% of my life, I'm not letting them change me at all.
Yeah. I agree with that. It took me a while to get there though.
Audience, I'm gonna ask Stefan. Stefan, do I care actually what people think?
No. No, you actually don't.
No, I really don't.
But I like that you said like certain people in your life hold more weight.
Yeah.
Because like that should happen. Like that's healthy.
Yeah,
Like what your parents think of you like matters.
yeah,
But
to an extent,
to an extent, yeah.
but that's with everybody.
Right.
Yeah,
But you know, like your parents' opinion of you, my opinion of you, like matters more than like someone's on TikTok.
Yeah.
In the comments.
yeah.
Or just someone that's like
Yeah.
in your life, like you see them once a week, but you don't see them as much as me. Like their opinion matters less because they know less of you, so they might have a wrong. Like they might be wrong, so we shouldn't let them like. You can't try to make everyone's like perspective of you accurate, and that's
Yeah.
what I used to try to do all the time. When I'd hear, dude, whenever I'd hear like a rumor about myself, or if I knew someone was thinking something about me that was just like wrong, genuinely, just like
Yeah.
not the right. It perceives like just a different character. Like my brain would always be able to jump to their perspective and go, okay, if I didn't know all of this stuff about me and I knew what they knew, I'm like, oh, I look like a horrible person. I need to go make sure they know who I actually am. That's exhausting.
I know.
That is exhausting.
We've had this conversation before. You told me that.
Yeah.
Like exhausting. And when I tell you like when I don't do that, you're like, dude, I can't do that.
I learned a lot watching you just be able to not do that. And I mean, at the point where we started living together is when I started to like see it. And at that point, I'd already grown a lot in it, but still, like, I've grown a lot just since moving in. Because it's like, if someone isn't going to put in the effort to understand you, then, like, that's their loss. That's their loss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I told you, because, like, you were a witness, bro. There's people that started rumors about me.
Yes.
And it got spread. And those other people that heard those rumors believed it. And they were looking at me differently. They were talking to me. They were acting different towards me.
Talking about you.
Yeah, talking about me. And I was like, if they actually cared about me and like thought those were true, they would come talk to me.
Yeah, they'd
and
ask you about it.
And 99% of them did not.
Don't let people's opinions shape who you are.
If you were to go back in time and give advice to your 16-year-old self, what would you say?
I would say a lot, but I feel like one of the main things, and even back then I think I knew it, but I didn't know I was as right as I know I am now, is that a new season of life always feels very intimidating. When you're 16 or 22 or 12, like you enter a new season of life and you think like, this is the biggest thing in my life so far. And it is, right? Like when you enter middle school, like that's a whole new thing. Or you're a freshman in high school, like dang, like that's intimidating. Yeah. And it's because you've never done it before, right? The thing is, no one has ever started something. Like every single person who's been a freshman in high school hadn't been a freshman in high school before their first time. I don't know how to say this. Let me try that again. Like, every single person who's been a freshman in high school did it for the first time, right? You're not the first person to walk into something and have no idea how it's going to go, what you're doing. And back then, I knew that. I would look back and be like, oh my gosh, when I was in 5th grade at a YMCA basketball game and we lost, I thought that was the biggest thing in the world. Mm-hmm. It was to me at the time, and it should matter, right? Like, where you are in your life should matter. But with the perspective of, like, man, that next thing, like, oh my gosh, whenever I put on my high school's uniform, that's going to be so intimidating. Like, you'll look back afterwards and know that you were just doing what everyone else was doing. Like, that's not, it shouldn't be intimidating because everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to do it. So, like, when you're in middle school, you look at high schoolers and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so intimidating. Yeah. You get in high school and you're like, oh, everybody's winging it. Then you're in high school, you look at college, and you're like, that's intimidating, bro. Yeah. Like, I know I was wrong about high school, but, like, college, that's going to be intimidating. Like, that's going to be hard. You get in college, and you're like, no one knows what they're doing. Yeah. But, like, those jobs, those careers, like, that full-time job life, like, that's intimidating.
Yeah.
Bro, everyone is winging it.
Yeah.
Everybody's winging it, no one knows what they're doing, because no one's done it before.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's graduated college and been like, oh, I already did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already did this. I know what to do now.
Yeah.
No one's had their first kid and been like, I already had a first kid before. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody. So, like, right now, I'm intimidated by the idea of having a kid, but so was everybody else. And guess what? Like, they figured it out, right?
Yeah. I like
16-year-old self, everybody's winging it.
Yeah.
You're adequate.
Whenever we were kids, we were wanting to be grown up.
Right.
And we finally get to the stage and we're like, dang, I want to be a kid again. I want to go back to the days.
Yeah.
The good old days. And, like, when you're in high school, you get to college, you're like, I can't wait for college. College is going to be dope. And you get to college. As a freshman and sophomore, you're just like, dude, I miss the Friday night football games. I miss just the car rides, going to Steak and Shake, meeting up, just, like, all that stuff. And then you get to the end of college, you're like, I'm ready for this new life, new city, new whatever. And then you get there like, dang, bro, I miss college, bro. I just miss just not having to worry about paying bills and stuff like that. So it's like, dude, we're literally in the good old days right now.
Right.
And like nobody thinks about that because we're always too worried about the past or the future. But we're in the present right now, and these are the good old days. So like, you gotta cherish every single day. Like this is the first. I was on the phone with my mom today, and I was telling her, and we were talking about like my new job. We were talking about life, and I was like, Mom, this is the first time in a long time where I'm truly happy and content and very satisfied with my life. And I have a lot of love. I have a lot of love to give. And I'm just in a good place right now. And she was like, I know. And that's crazy because, like, me and my mom I've been through a lot. My mom's been there with me.
Yeah.
And for her to be like, I know you're good now. And she was telling me, she's like, I'm so happy because I see it too.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. I was like, bro, I'm good right now. I'm good, bro. I'm happy. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Yeah. I love
Feels
it.
good.
Like, Macklemore, to be honest, said it very wrong and very right at the same time. In the song Good Old Days, he said, maybe we always look back and think it was better than it was. That line is right if you have the right perspective. He's saying, like, I think he's saying it was good, but you're comparing it to now and saying it was better, and it probably wasn't better. Like, it's just your life. Like, every moment is awesome.
Yeah.
Whenever I heard it the first 10 times I heard that song, I was like, why is he saying that, like, life sucks? I thought he was saying, like, you always look back and think it was better than it was. It wasn't that good. Mm-hmm. No, he's saying it's not better than where you're at now. Right? Like, for the most part.
Yeah.
Life in general, like, every moment is, like, if you make it, like, fun, you're going to enjoy it. So.
Dude, that reminds me of a Drake interview. So, Drake was interviewing somebody, I don't know.
He was interviewing somebody?
He was getting interviewed by somebody,
Okay.
He was getting interviewed by somebody, and they were like, don't you miss, like, the old Drake and stuff like this? And then Drake was like, yeah, like, the old Drake is dope. Like, the 2006, 2010, 2011, like, all those Drakes were dope. But, like, I can't do that same music. I gotta grow. I gotta do this, so we should be on a journey together. And he's like, is the old Drake actually good or better, or were you just in a time where things were great and you had a girlfriend and you had, like, the car ride top down and you're just driving and you got that old Drake?
Could have been any song.
Yeah.
And you were
and it brings that feeling back of just nostalgia and just childhood and good memories and whatnot. And now you're not doing that. Now you're growing up. Now you got a 9 to 5. Now you're working on this stuff. And now, like, Drake don't hit no more. Yeah. He's like,
dang.
Yeah.
That's
it was
actually deep.
It was like,
because Drake works for us. Like, I can actually think back to, like, different Drake songs. It's like, dang, those songs used to hit so hard. And I'm thinking back to, like, well, it's because I would listen to them while I was playing driveway hoops with no worries at all, no homework. Just, I was in grade school and not
gotta
caring.
make the last hoop on the driveway, bro. Like,
just trying to dunk on 8 feet.
Yeah, bro.
Dang. And now I'm listening to music on the way to work, and it's like not as fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, Drake still hits, but.
Well, yeah. But
dang.
Yeah.
Okay. I do still personally think old Drake's better, but even without all that.
That's fine.
Joe Rogan said on a podcast, not to steal his thunder, but he said this. I don't know where he got it from or if it's originally his thing. He said, hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. Hard times create hard men. And that's like a cycle.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think that's like, if you can know that and know it well, you're like ahead of the game. 100%.
Yeah.
Because you're somewhere in that cycle. And it's not always man after man. Because whenever I hear it, I immediately think of like a father to a son, kind of.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, this father didn't work hard.
Yeah.
He was a soft man, is like what he was saying, kind of. And he created hard times by being a soft man. That's how that goes. Soft men create hard times. Because if you're like a soft man, you're not a killer, is what he said. Like, you're not doing what you need to do.
Yeah.
And then you're creating hard times because you're not doing what you need to do. And because you have hard times, then now, like, your son is in hard times, and that's going to make him a hard man. He's going to do what he needs to do so that his kids don't have to deal with that, right? And then but because he worked hard, he's creating soft times for his son because that's what he wants. Now his son's in soft times. Now he's a soft man. It's almost like it doesn't ever always repeat every generation, but it's like however long that cycle takes, right? If you know that, then you can be in soft times and still be a hard man, kind of.
Yeah.
That's just tough to know that, actually.
Bro, I was similar. I think it was almost kind of like generational. Like you were saying, it's not like always father, son.
But it is a lot of times.
It is, bro.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to my grandma and my grandpa one time, and we were talking about just like college. Because obviously they wanted me to like finish out college. My dad wanted me to finish out college. My mom did a little bit too. She just wanted me to be happy. I mean, they all wanted me to be happy, but like my mom was more just like, just do whatever you want. But I was talking to him and I was explaining just like everything that I wanted to do and how to do it and whatnot, and then they were more forgiving or just like understanding of it. But my grandma and grandpa, I was talking to them, I was like, you guys like grew up poor. Like,
right.
Mama, you had like 9 other siblings. Like, you didn't have a lot of food. Because like she'd always say, she always get upset when there's like leftovers.
Right.
Because growing up, they didn't have leftovers.
Yeah.
And like my grandpa worked in a factory, like all this stuff, and they didn't grow up with a lot of money, so they worked hard to provide a life to where their kids, my mom, my 2 uncles, could have a little bit better of a life. And now they're doing that and they're working, but they don't have to work as hard. I'm not saying they're not working hard. I'm just saying they don't have to work as hard as...
They don't have to work out of a hole.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
They have this family, this foundation that can support them no matter what. And then my parents, my cousin's parents, my other cousin's parents, like all of them are kind of like babied us.
Yeah.
Because they gave us all this stuff because they didn't have everything growing up. Like my mom, she's like, I want to do all these things because I didn't have everything I wanted to growing up, so I want to give you everything you want growing up. And I didn't I wasn't a spoiled brat. I didn't take a lot of it for granted and whatnot, but it did like soften me because when I got to like college, I found all these people that were just such hard workers because they grew up differently.
Yeah.
And I was just like, if it messes up, it messes up. I don't care. Like I'll be fine because I got people that got me.
Yeah.
And so I had to figure out and train my head to just like think differently and focus. Because like I was talking to my 2 friends, Josiah and Ethan, one night we went bowling, and I was telling them, like, dude, I don't really need money in my life. Like, I don't want money. I don't have to be rich. I can be poor and happy because I've already had a life of all this stuff, and it's been great. Like, I'm good. Mm-hmm. And then they didn't have as much as I did growing up, and they're straight on, like, I got to make money, got to be able to support my family, want to do everything. So it's like this constant cycle, like you said, where it's just like the hard man, hard life, and good man, whatever it is. But I think it's a true cycle within just my friend group and just seeing that and how it like works, seeing their parents, their grandparents, seeing them, seeing how they're going to treat their kids. And it's just like I'm treating my kids differently. Like I'm going to train my kids to work harder than I did because I did take a lot for granted, and now I have to catch up and learn the harder way.
Yeah, and I think it should be, like you said, you can train your mind to think in a different way. And you're not going to have that same sort of heart that's behind growing up like genuinely like hard and knowing what that's like being in it. But if you talk to enough people and you hear enough stories, like you sort of can get a secondhand experience of what it's like to grow up hard. And even if you grow up like quote soft, you can still have that perspective and like have a drive based on like people in your life being like, dang, like I see how they grew up, so I don't want that for my kids or whatever. I feel like it's got to be like a happy medium area. Because like a lot of people have very like hard-working but like hard to a fault like fathers, and then they become the exact same way. And it's just a legacy of very hard, emotionally hard, and like no emotion, just fathers that just work really hard, provide, and do nothing else sort of thing. Like that, you see that sometimes too. I feel like it's got to be like a, rather than hard, soft, or just only just very like hardworking guy. Like it needs to be like a happy medium. Yeah. Like always work hard. No, you don't need success, and like have this medium of like self-respect, working hard enough to get what you need to get done, but knowing it's not the end of the world if you are like soft sometimes. Kinda. Yeah. So if you can find that medium, then all your kids will be in the medium too.
Yeah.
If you just show them what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. My question to you now is, what chapter of life are you in currently?
What do you mean by that?
What chapter of life are you in? So my perspective of chapters are a little bit different. So you don't have to take my like perspective, but like for me, it's like year 1, year 2 when you're a baby. They don't count. Those two don't count because you don't remember.
I don't remember way more than year 1 and year 2.
I know. I'm just saying. So 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So you're at kindergarten now. So from 3 years old to
chapter 1.
kindergarten, that's your first chapter.
Okay.
And that's just like growing up. You're just kind of figuring out how the world works. You're just curious. You're touching everything, seeing different colors, watching Disney movies, all that stuff. And then first grade through
Like fourth
grade. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like you starting to get friends. You're doing sports. You're just like learning about life. You're actually learning school. Like you have emotions. You're starting to be attracted to girls or whatever it is. And then 5th grade through middle school is just like puberty, like you're getting thrown into the real world. You know how sex works. You know how all this stuff works. You're just like, you're a kid, but you're getting thrown into like this adult world where just adult stuff is just thrown at you. And you're just like trying to adapt to that and figure it out. It's just a weird time. And then high school is a totally different just section of life where you're just experiencing stuff all the time. You're getting like, people are showing you alcohol, drugs. I mean, they showed you that probably like in middle school, but like this is more prevalent. There's partying. There's just like a bunch of sexual stuff. There's
College prep.
Yeah, just preparing stuff,
trade
harder
prep.
classes, having to actually train your brain to study. You're actually getting athletic. You're doing more stuff. You're just going out. You have a little bit more freedom. And in college, you get all that. You get all the freedom. And you're just thrown into this space where you can literally do whatever you want. No one is holding you accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable, and you have to just figure things out. And college is really where you start to figure out who you are and who you want to be. You start to taste different classes, and you just like, I love communication. I love business. Put it together, find a career later on. So you're just in college, you're experiencing stuff. You find romances. You find out what you like. You find out just a bunch of different things. And then once college ends, then you're in the new chapter of mainly the rest of your life. But I break it up into 4 years. So I'm in the beginning of my next 4 years post-college, and this is my very beginning of my new chapter. So a lot of things, I have no idea what to expect. I'm just ready. I'm just experiencing things. I'm loving life. I'm currently just trying to prepare my mind, just adapt to any situation that's thrown at me right now. So that's in what chapter I'm in right now.
I feel like I'm like a foot in one and a foot in the other kind of, because I'm still in college, but I'm also like out of college in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I have a professional job.
Yeah.
But I'm still taking classes to get a degree.
Yeah.
I'm living on my own. I mean, you guys as my roommates, but
Yeah.
like, not living with my parents like most college kids, but like, I'm actually like cooking and paying my own bills and stuff like that. Not my parents help me with money, but I'm still the one like paying them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like my parents don't hold my hand through anything, or they don't ask me unless I ask them for help. They just trust that if I don't need help with something, then they don't need to ask me about it.
Yeah.
So I'm only accountable for myself, I feel like. So I feel like I'm in between those two chapters of life.
Yeah.
I'm still in college, but not really. Chris,
Yeah.
is peanut butter a sauce? Because
Stop. Peanut butter.
is peanut butter a sauce?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Is it a sauce?
No. It's too thick.
It's too thick.
Peanut butter is too thick. Sauce is not that thick.
Is mayo a sauce?
No.
Why? It's not too thick. Is it?
I guess not. But like peanut butter is thick.
Why does that matter? Have you ever? You've had
Because
like
sauce-
you've had
Sauce is cold. Sauce is cold. You put when you use sauce, you put it in the freezer or not freezer, fridge. You put it in the fridge,
peanut butter is not hot.
but you don't put
And
it in the
mayo
fridge.
is cold.
You don't put mayo. You put mayo in the fridge.
Yeah, it's cold. You put it in the fridge just
Yeah,
like
you
sauce.
don't put peanut butter in the fridge.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
mayo a sauce?
No, I figured it out, bro. Sauces have to go into the fridge.
You don't put cyber sauce in the fridge.
That's different though. That's because
Why?
that's because I choose not to. Because it takes up space. That's why. Nah, bro.
So if you put it in the fridge, it's sauce. That's what you're telling me.
Basically, yeah. Because you don't put.
So jelly.
Yeah, it's a sauce.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Bro, stop. Stop.
How is it a sauce?
Bro. You know, have you been to PF Chang's? You had them crab wontons?
No.
There's crab wontons with the sauce. And it's kind of like Asian zing sauce, but it's a little bit more sweet. And it's a little bit like jelly. It's got jelly texture a little bit.
Oh.
Huh?
I know what you're talking about. What kind of
Yeah.
sauce? It's not jelly-like.
But jelly's a sauce. 100%. I'm pretty sure it's called jelly sauce.
No, it's not.
No,
bro.
stop.
You don't think that.
No, it's called jelly sauce.
No, you don't. You don't think that.
I know, bro. If you go to a breakfast place, bro, and there's like a little jelly thing, and you like that,
Yeah,
you
I know
open it
what you're
up.
talking about. Dude, that actually sounds like
It
it.
did. Like that, and
Like a
you
little
put it
bit of
out.
things?
I swear it says jelly sauce, bro.
Bro, jelly is not.
I know it's gonna say sauce on there, bro. SAUCE.
It's ketchup a sauce.
Yes.
So is mayo a sauce.
When they say, "Do you want some sauces?" you say, "Yeah, can I have some ketchup?" and they give you
Okay,
ketchup.
so is mayo a sauce.
Yes, because it's in the fridge. I told you that.
So is peanut butter a sauce.
Peanut butter's not in the fridge, so it's not a sauce.
There's nowhere you could look this up.
There's no. Have you ever seen peanut butter, Austin? Have you ever seen peanut butter in the fridge?
No, but that doesn't mean anything about
That
whether
means
or
it's
not
not a
it's
sauce.
What do you mean?
It's too thick.
What does that have to? Thank you for making that face, bro. What does that have to do with it being in the fridge? You made that up.
If it's too thick, you
That's
can't
your-
make it cold, bro.
You think peanut butter is thicker than jelly?
Yes. That's it for episode 3 of Nothing's Ever Black and White. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching our faces. Thank you. Thank you for watching our faces. I appreciate that.
I think we have the rest of September, all of October
Yeah.
to reach 10K.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do 10K by November now.
Then we have the
Moving it.
K next to our
Yeah.
follower count. That's
Yeah.
tough.
Hopefully, this time next week on YouTube, we'll have 100 subscribers. That'll be our landmark. That's what we're trying to reach. We're trying to reach 100 subscribers, and let's do it. We got a couple more videos coming out this week. We'll have this podcast. We'll have another video, and then we'll have some TikToks posted. So stay tuned, and that's it.
I feel like it's not that much thicker.
Them
No,
boys,
it's thicker.
That boy thick, bro.
It's thicker.